Welcome back
for another This Week in Doom.
In Doom.
We are recording on July 27th.
Yes, it is Saturday, July 27th. We are here. We just wrapped up our
last live for a while.
Live for a bit.
And I guess let's just get right into
let's get down to it.
Watching.
What have you been watching? What'd you see?
So I watched Abigail, which is on Peacock.
And I totally forgot I also watched Abigail. I was like,
so
I
she had already watched
it.
So I was like, oh, good, we can talk about this.
Yeah.
Then. I thought it was fun.
It was super fun. I liked it.
It gave me Claudia from Interview with the Vampire.
A little bit.
Like if, she'd been alive for a long time. She
remembered that I had told you back when I had watched it, because it'd come out on Hulu, that if you were not quite satisfied with the amount of dance murder there was in M3gan, Abigail's for you, because there's more dance murder.
More dancing.
So much more dance murder.
But yeah, I liked it. I thought it was
really
fun.
did.
I mean, I don't know if it's going to win any awards.
No, it's not, but it's a good goddamn time.
Yeah.
The little monster girl.
So yeah, that's available now on
wild.
Peacock.
Or Peacock or Hulu?
Maybe both.
Maybe.
I wrote Peacock next to it, but
maybe you're right.
Maybe it's more than one place.
Maybe you're right. Could be oucha.
On Hulu, though, I did watch, or actually, let me do movie first, and then we'll do show. We both watched Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Yes.
Which is
that's
out on
Netflix. Yeah.
And again, fun.
I
had a fun
enjoyed
time.
It was cute. It was
got
really
me in my
cute.
feels a little bit
at the end there.
Yeah.
Whatever. And she's struggling.
I thought it was
the thing or whatever. I thought it was cute.
It was good.
I liked when they went to the library.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there was definitely some. The librarian was back.
Yes, he's like, hold on.
Did they not catch her in the first one? Was she not in the containment unit?
I thought they did. I thought they had caught the library ghost.
But I liked that they had what's his name, William Atherton.
Yes, and he was the mayor. I was like, no fucking way, he's the mayor.
His fucking mistakes,
right? You know better. The last time that this happened, you were at the bottom of this peck. Somebody called him Dickless in the crowd.
Yes!
And I was dying.
He's Dickless.
Hey, what's up, Dickless?
But yes, that guy. And was he not? Is he also the from Real Genius with Val Kilmer? That was William Atherton, the Popcorn House, right?
That's how we decided he's a dick all the time.
Yeah, that's just who he is. And even though he's probably the nicest man you'll ever meet,
most likely,
that's the only characters we've seen him play.
He's just, to us, he's always Dickless.
But so yeah, I really like that one. I don't know why y'all hating. Much like Axel F, it's it's fan service, but it's
that's what I want though. That's what I want.
They were always fun family movies,
right? I mean, I will say, it does not have quite the edge that maybe the first one had.
They try a little bit with Paul Rudd and the mom.
They do.
Talking about banging as dogs in front of the kid.
Right.
It's pretty funny.
They do, they try to a little bit, but I feel like it doesn't quite have that.
You would think they would have Bill Murray still come in and be, I mean, he's being Venkman, but he's not being as
that
crass
as Venkman as he could be.
As Venkman as he could be.
Well, I was just I was a little disappointed that Rick Moranis couldn't pop up in there somewhere, at least for a minute. He really thought, I read somewhere that he thought nobody wanted to see that.
Really?
Nobody wanted to see him revisit old shit. And it's I 110,000%
I absolutely want to see you do anything.
Just for a second.
Honestly.
You don't have to come out and do a whole fucking bit, but just pop in.
Yeah. Just be you're hiding in your apartment
suited
or
up.
something. Yeah.
Janine got suited up.
And I was a little bummed that Slimer was there, but he was only there was no conversation about who Slimer was.
Right.
There was no
it was just
he was around when the original Ghostbusters were around. And why is he not in a containment unit? Didn't they zap him up?
No.
Or no, they couldn't catch him.
Right. Or no, because he had gotten out, remember, because right before the end credits,
right.
he's
that's right.
He's out. Oucha.
And so it's does it make the cartoon the real Ghostbusters canon?
I know.
The Slimer hanging out.
Their pal. I did like that cartoon too.
I did too.
My brother's got the whole set, the firehouse and the little action figures.
I don't know if I ever had the figures.
And the some of the
I
monsters
had the
or
Happy
whatever.
Meal things. Remember
Oh,
there was
yeah,
the
yeah.
Ghostbusters eraser and the what else did I have? A little notepad.
If there was anything that you could get,
It was like school
Ghostbusters
supplies.
related, or Ghostbusters 2, I think maybe at that point when all the like the cartoon and all that shit.
I had the T-shirt that I have that self-drawing I did of me when I was 9 that says "Who you gonna call?" And that was like my sleep shirt.
Yeah.
And for Ghostbusters 2, I had that Bobby Brown single.
Oh man, we are gonna give it to you because that's coming.
That's coming up.
That's coming, but you know when because gonna have to take control. You got. So you got to do that part. You got to do that.
That's
part.
right. And then movies. The only other movie I watched was not new, but it was new to my timeline.
Oh,
On
yeah.
Tubi. Right after we recorded Twister, so we were talking Bill Paxton, and I'm scrolling through Tubi, and this suggestion comes up for The Dark Backward. Never heard of it.
Never have I ever.
Judd Nelson, Bill Paxton, Lara Flynn Boyle, James Caan, Wayne Newton.
Yeah, Martha Dump Truck.
It seems like it was a culmination of many favors that were
Like
drug
everybody
related.
had to- right?
Like all these people
Like-
somehow got pinned.
Somebody was like, we paid for a fixer for you, and now you have to do this favor for me.
It was the weirdest shit. Judd
I
Nelson
didn't watch
grows
it.
an arm out of his back.
I went and looked at the thing, and I was like,
It's wild. And so
I feel like somebody
I'd recommend it just if you've never heard of it, if you just want to feel insane for an hour and a half. That you never heard of this, because that's the whole time I'm like,
what is happening?
but that's James Caan.
I know.
Like what's
I feel like because
from,
so
like,
many of the people
1991.
that were in it have passed on now that they were like, no, you
They can
not
release
while
it
I'm
now.
alive. Once I'm gone, do whatever. So maybe I don't know if it was James Caan. I don't know if it was Bill Paxton. I don't know if it was Wayne Newton. Wayne Newton's not alive, is he? Is Wayne Newton still alive?
I feel like he is.
I feel like he might be.
But yeah,
I might
that
be
was
thinking of
new to
Liberace.
me.
Right.
And so if you've never heard of that, check that out on Tubi.
The new to me thing, I told you I watched those Hellraiser movies.
Oh,
because you
yes.
sent me that meme about Frank and Julia. So I watched, there was 2 Hellraiser movies that were filmed at the same time in 2005 or before 2000. They came out in 2005. But Henry Cavill was in one.
That's so weird.
I was like, oh, that's weird. I'm like, what? They couldn't afford a London twin, either of the London twins? I was like, well, no. They were too old
This
and
is,
too
yeah,
arrested at that
2005,
point.
you
Yeah, I
said?
was like,
Yeah.
no, this is 2005.
Too arrested.
They were too arrested at that point.
That's funny.
But yeah, I was like, who the fuck is that? Oh shit, it's Henry Cavill.
That's crazy.
And he was struggling.
Oh, to do an
The
American accent?
Yeah, he was struggling with that accent. And they play like an online game. That's why they don't believe in any of this shit, because Hell World isn't real. It's like
Oh, okay.
it's a game, and he's like a gamer, is he not?
I think so.
IRL?
Yeah. I think he's one of those like Joe
the-
Manganiello, like hunky dudes who
Manganiello,
also
yeah.
play role playing games and shit. They exist, y'all. They exist.
That Joe Manganiello's.
He's single now too, huh?
No.
Didn't they split up?
Yeah, they split up. But I think.
Oh, he already got a new one?
He got swooped.
I mean, how you?
I
Gonna,
mean,
you ain't gonna leave
he
him
got
loose out
swooped.
there.
I mean,
for
like
long.
we were gonna be like, we went after him. I shot my shot. What was I looking up? Oh, is Wayne Newton still alive? That's
Oh
all
yeah.
I- Oh, shut the fuck up. Is Wayne Newton
And
still
he'll come
alive?
up-
That's the number one question.
He'll come
he
up.
sure
He's
is.
Isn't he in Fort Fairlane?
Yep.
Yeah, and he is still alive. Oh fuck, we're gonna mention Wayne Newton too many times, you guys.
He has severe asthma.
Oh no, hopefully we won't be announcing
He
the
lives
death
in
of Wayne
Phoenix.
Newton.
We could just pop over.
It's too hot there for an old
I
man.
know. Well, that's why he lives there, because he's got the asthma. It's real dry.
Oh yeah,
So he moved
the
there.
moisture is not good for your lungs.
No, yeah, 1942. Wayne Newton is still with us.
And I had on my list to watch season 2 of Interview with the Vampire, which is out, and I totally did not.
I
get to
had it
that.
on my list to watch it at all, because I've never seen any of it.
The first season was pretty good. I believe what I've been seeing is the second season is better, I think.
Okay.
But I had also watched a while ago the Mayfair Witches, which I
Okay.
think probably
It's
only got
also
one
Anne
season.
Rice, correct?
Yeah. And I'm going to guess it only got one season. I haven't heard anything else, but I just have to say, you can't make a show about a legendary ghost who gives power to generations of witches and make him look like dollar store Matt Berry.
That's right. And he's a Houston.
That's right.
He's a Houston.
Yeah.
His daddy is hotter than he is.
And he's not an ugly man.
No, he's not an ugly man.
But
it's
if you've read these books, The Witching Hour, the Mayfair Witches stories, like, you would assume he's got to be smoking fucking hot.
Right.
He's been
bewitching
witches for like generations.
Centuries.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, when you told me that and like you showed me, I was like,
I don't know. And I don't even remember. It's been so long since I've read them that I don't remember if they ever really described him, but I feel like they did. And that was not the description.
You don't even necessarily have to describe him because it's not even, like you said, he's not an ugly man. Mm-mm. He's a decent looking human being, but he ain't bringing that smoke.
Right.
He was not bringing no kind of like.
No, he wasn't giving me that.
No.
Yeah.
He wasn't giving me hard at all.
He was just some dude.
Right. It was just like, I'm not going to take that shit. Like I told you, I was watching A Single White Female today. I'm like, who's taking that kind of shit from Steven Weber? I'm not going to take that kind of shit from you.
If you would believe how they painted his character in Wings, apparently a lot of girls took some shit from Steven Weber. He was like the Mac Daddy in that show.
I was like, how is this possible?
Well, back when vanilla was the only flavor.
Well, I mean, you do understand. Like, I do love me a tall glass of mayonnaise, but not Steven Weber mayonnaise.
No.
I'm not taking that kind of shit from Steven Weber, and I'm not taking that kind of shit from that guy either.
Yeah.
Like, no, you're not going to look into my eyes. Don't look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. Don't look into my eyes.
That's what he reminded me of.
I know.
Oh my
you
God.
look like a fucking magician.
I can't date you anymore. You look like a magician.
You were like a eyeliner away.
Yeah.
From being like a pick a card, any card.
So the only show I did manage to watch this week was I finished Shoresy, which is on Hulu. And if you're a Letterkenny fan and you didn't know that there's a spinoff, Shoresy has a spinoff. And it's good, but it's you gotta like hockey. Like,
well, yeah.
With Letterkenny, there is hockey, but it's not every single episode is all about hockey. Mm-hmm. It's a lot about hockey, and it's a lot about male friendship.
Male friendship.
There are
but
ladies,
I like that.
and there's strong ladies. Like the team manager and all like the higher ups in the league are all women,
right?
But
and all the gals in the Letterkenny were also like,
yeah, they were all
not to be fucked with.
No,
like,
no,
not
they
a
were
one
all
of them.
badasses.
Yeah,
and so it's not that, but it's just very much like it's a male bonding comedy. It's just for the boys. It's for the boys.
It's just for, like, didn't you get in your feelings?
But I did, and I was like all angry because I'm like, why you got me feeling bad for this cis white male? Because he's getting too old to play hockey.
I know. I mean, that's what they could do for you, though.
But that show, I mean, if you like Letterkenny, the music,
have that out there.
The way the way everything's filmed, like they're good at making shows. I was telling Chris, I think Jared Kiso and his team. It's Jared Kiso and what's the guy from
Pastor Glenn.
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Fuck, what's his name? Pastor Glenn.
Pastor Glenn. They are the writing team for Letterkenny, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think they should make an action comedy, a movie.
Oh, like a buddy comedy?
Or something.
Or a buddy cop.
Because the way they make stuff, it's compelling to watch.
I know. Like it's...
And there's always good music. There's always, they're great at picking soundtracks and if stuff you never heard of that suddenly you're turning on your Google song search.
Right.
Like, whoa, what is that?
Yeah. Like I want to look up the Letterkenny or Shoresy, whatever, like playlist.
At one point, remember I made a Letterkenny playlist on Spotify. It took forever. And that was only when there was like 4 seasons. Right. And now there's even more. So I did not keep up with it.
I feel like they have them out there. Like they just have the like soundtrack of...
someone else has made it, I'm sure. Whatever. Yeah. But that was good. If you're into hockey, if you're into male bonding, check out Shoresy.
I think it's kind of nice that they were able to make it so compelling to have...
Because, yes,
like the,
everybody
male
deserves compassion.
And whatever. Yeah,
I'm being mean, but,
everybody deserves the friendships and all of that shit. And I kind of appreciate it for its... non-toxic masculinity.
Right, that they're all,
like they're all,
even though they're hockey players, they're like,
right,
we got to talk about our feelings or whatever.
Of course. Well, I mean, like,
but in a funny way,
funny
usually.
Because it's funny that you would say that because of what the character of Shoresy was on
Right.
Letterkenny.
And what's funny is he doesn't do that so much because he's the main character of this show. So he's not always just talking about fucking your mom for the entire series.
And like throwing off the pH levels in
But
the
it
beta
will
tank.
show him go ref. Yes. It'll show him go ref for a lower level team. And he's
Like,
talking shit to the kids. Yes. Oh, God, that fucking skate slide.
Skirt.
Hilarious. But honestly, like, I prefer Shoresy in Letterkenny.
Yeah.
Because
I like the character of
those
Shoresy.
insults were fucking amazing.
Those chirps and those nagas at the...
Just look up, like, on YouTube, look up... Well, but see, now if you look up Shoresy Supercut, you're going to get the show.
You're going to find the show. Well, like, look up...
Shoresy Chirps.
Shoresy, Riley, and...
Jonesy.
Riley, Jonesy, and Shoresy. Like, look those up.
Very, very funny. Did I watch anything else? I watched the trailer for The Substance starring Demi Moore.
Shit, that looked good.
New body horror.
Women apparently are killing it in the body horror game, and that's because you have to be... Like, anybody that is aware of the horror of your own body is obviously
especially as
going
you
to
age.
kill it. Yeah, as you're going to kill it and that kind of thing. But Demi...
Yeah.
Demi...
Gorgeous.
Well, she was really intense in that Swans show, that Truman Capote. Truman Capote and the Swans.
So you sound like girl. God, I need to watch that again. You guys ever watch the bad lip reading of Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
We probably have brought this up like a dozen times on different shows.
Butt checked.
What was it? Give you 4 cents for them vanilla wafers. Oh my God. Ooh. The best.
Ooh, you taste good.
Powdered sugar. We could do this all. We've watched that so many times. It used to be tradition before we started when we were doing our premiere nights that before we turned on the episode, we had to watch the bad lip reading.
Because inevitably somebody had not seen it. We're like, oh shit. Okay, we're gonna watch that real quick and then we'll start the show.
I've watched some other bad lip readings, but that still remains the best.
The most funniest.
The most funniest.
Perhaps we shouldn't have eaten all of that kitten meat.
What? It's just kitten meat.
Poor little babies.
Oh, we sound insane, but it's so funny. I know. It's so
Go
funny.
find it. It's the bad lip reading for Game of Thrones or whatever.
So yeah, check out the Substance trailer. That's on YouTube or wherever.
Yes.
Did we talk about last week that we wanted to see that we watched the trailer for Oddity, or did we talk about that in real life?
I don't know if we did that on the mini-sode or if we did that on the B-roll that we did afterwards.
Oh, maybe. But yeah, maybe I still want to see Oddity.
I do want to see. I feel like we did talk about it in here.
Okay.
In here.
Okay.
In the room we're in right now.
I still got to see it.
I do want to see that. I did watch Bag of Lies.
What is that?
It's a Shudder original.
Okay.
Or whatever. That was pretty interesting. I feel like that guy, I looked up the main dude in that one. I feel like I saw him something else, but I looked it up and I was like, I ain't never seen any of that shit. But it's like a guy, it's like a young couple, and his wife is dying of cancer, and he will do anything. Like, she's like, I'm dying, that's it, I'm stopping chemo. Like, and he doesn't want to do that, obviously, because he doesn't want his wife to die. So he's like, I will do anything. So he has like this mysterious connection for some sort of ritual that he immediately fucks up. Like, there's rules, of course, 'cause there's always rules. Like, don't do this, don't do that. Immediately.
Ruins it.
Immediately ruined. But that one was pretty good. It was kind of like, I don't know. It wasn't so much like, oh, here's a ghost, but there's kind of a ghost. It's like kind of a haunting, but also it's like, you know, it's about grief. And like whatever. I mean, it was pretty good. Gotcha. I watched that today.
And I think that's pretty much all I watched. But we were just looking at all of the goss coming out of Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah.
That
apparently there's shit going down.
Wesley Snipes makes a cameo as Blade.
Yes.
In
now
Wolverine
I
and Deadpool.
Because I'm not down for like the.
We don't really watch a ton of those.
Really
I watched the first
Deadpool.
I've watched one or two X-Men movies.
Yeah, I think the first 2 X-Men movies, I think, way back.
Yes,
and I like because I really liked the animated series, which I still want to watch the new animated series.
I hear good stuff about it.
I heard good stuff about it, but I love the original one.
Yeah, I don't think I ever really watched
Oh,
X-Men
it
the
was
cartoon.
so good. And one of the best like theme songs, like
That sounds familiar though.
There's like a bomb.
Maybe I did watch it a little bit. Maybe one of my little brothers or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Watched
It was
it 'cause
good. I would watch that and the Batman animated series was like that was my jellies and my jams, was those two shows. They were both really good. But
I wasn't that interested in seeing it until not just hearing there's a bunch of different cameos in it, but the reaction I'm seeing online is so hot and cold.
that's so weird to me.
People being like, I fucking love this movie. It was so much fun. And people saying literally, I got up and left.
I feel like it's supposed to be silly. Like
my impression from the trailers
campy,
and stuff is
silly.
that it's like a buddy comedy, action comedy.
Yeah.
That it probably isn't going to be canon with the rest of the shit.
But if
It's like a side story.
If you're gonna show me a thing where like people that are friends in real life are like doing a buddy comedy that it looks like they're having a good time, I'm gonna have a good time. Like I don't know what
people who
is it because it's Deadpool
people
and
who really
Wolverine?
love comic book movies and comic books are
That's what
real
I'm saying.
serious about them
If
sometimes.
it's that's what I'm saying. I'm asking, is it because
Yeah,
it's
I don't know.
Deadpool and Wolverine?
I don't know.
Like is that because it's not within that? I don't know.
Like I said, because
haven't
everyone's
seen it.
trying not to spoil it. So
Well, of course, like, I
all
don't
they're
wanna-
saying is, it was amazing. I loved it. I laughed.
Right,
I blah,
right,
blah,
right.
blah. And then other people are just like, it's a piece of fucking trash.
Well, I never saw this. I didn't see
Deadpool 2.
I think I might have seen part of it. Like my husband was watching it, and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" Oh, Deadpool. And it was like an action scene, so of course I'm gonna watch it because I like an action scene.
Yeah.
But the only one that I paid attention to was the first.
First one, yeah.
Just because pegging scene.
But yeah,
Hello?
Blade. Freaking Wesley Snipes.
I
is
know,
Blade.
which is hilarious
amazing.
to me. Well, weren't we talking about that? We were talking about the Blade reboot that you already corrected
Yes.
or whatever. But that, like, could he or could he not come
Right,
back?
and it's like,
yes,
can
he
he?
could.
'Cause yes, apparently
yes,
he
he
can.
could.
And that thing still is going nowhere. I saw another tweet today.
I
where,
know
like,
that it's like
there's
in
no word.
limbo
Yeah.
or whatever, which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
But I mean, really, I'll just go watch Blade.
Yeah.
I'll just
and
go
I'm
watch
wondering,
Blade.
we did a guest spot on another show about that, but it's been so long. I think we need to throw Blade up on our
I really think we do
list,
because
'cause I
I went
watched
and
a
saw
lot.
that. I went and saw it multiple times in the theater.
I know I for sure saw it at least the first time in the theater, but I'm not sure if I saw it
Well,
more than
because I
once.
thought the guy that was working there was cute, and I was kind of hooking up with him, so I was just getting in to watch. So I would watch Blade, and then he would come in and like clean the theater, and then we'd make out in the
Nice.
vestibule.
Nice. What was the other thing that Robert Downey Jr. is going to be?
Oh, Dr.
Doom.
Which I got.
Is it a different? Is it not Marvel? Is it DC?
it's the
Because how can he
metal
be
face
Iron Man?
Dr. Doom. I don't know how that works. I think so. I think you're right. Because that's like Super Friends.
Oh, okay.
And like
Maybe
Dr.
one's
Doom and that
DC and one's
underwater
Marvel.
lair that they have.
When
Is
you
that
would
not
think
like
the Marvel people would make you sign a contract that's like you can't also do DC.
baby, that is Robert
movies.
Downey Jr.
That's
I feel
true.
like he could do whatever the fuck
He also
wants.
though needs to leave some work for some other people because
I mean, you
he
can't
all up.
just do all of the things, RDJ.
And then what was it?
Go back to batting them lashes, please.
Oh yes, wear them long lashes.
Put on some little chanclas and bat them lashes, baby.
And Harrison Ford is going to be something in the MCU,
Red
but I'm
Hulk?
a little unclear because it said Red Hulk, but then it was like saying he came out on the stage at Comic-Con and did an impression of Red Hulk.
Did they just take his shirt off and send him out there all pissed off?
No.
He's like all
he had a
angry
shirt
old
on.
man.
But so I'm unclear because then there was another thing that called him some other character. So I don't know if he's going to play the Red Hulk, which I would imagine it would just
I
be
don't
the
know.
voice because
I
it
don't
looked like
know.
a CGI Red Hulk.
Another thing I saw, speaking of things that are coming out or not coming out or whatever, there's not only that Alien movie, there's going to be a series.
The Romulus?
Yeah.
there's
There's going to
gonna
be a series on I can't remember
I
what
haven't
the
heard of
series
that
was
network.
on.
Is that a new
but it's
streaming
called,
service?
yeah, I think so. Alien Earth.
Oh?
So, and I
Like
don't
they
know
make
where
it
this
here?
is. I don't know. I'm assuming because it's called Alien Earth, but it's a series. And I forget what whatever was from. Did we talk about what I think is going on in the new movie? last time?
Yeah,
Or
but was
that
it on this or was
I
it
don't
on?
know,
We
on
were
the
talking about
B-roll.
Bill Paxton for Twister. So did it come up during
maybe
that?
it was that. Maybe it was that.
See, we're bad.
I know we're really bad. But anyway, I think they go to the Nostromo.
Oh right, yes. I know you told me
Nostromo.
that. I'm trying to remember if we.
I don't know if I
recorded it.
discussed it anywhere else, but I think because they boot up the little computer, they're like scavengers. They boot up the computer, and it's Mother, and Mother was the computer system from the Nostromo. I think,
Right?
Or, yeah, no, yeah,
I
think
don't
so because
remember.
it's in between the first and the second. I thought they were going to the colony planet, but no, they go to a ship.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Interesting.
I'm really, really, really excited. But now that there's a series 2, ooh,
Plenty of alien
so much
content
an
coming for you.
embarrassment of alien property.
And the last little bit of hot goss I have is not from Comic-Con.
No, it's
this
not.
is more Doom Generation era
Yes,
gossip.
this is for us.
Mindy Cohn from Facts of
Yes.
Life said in an interview that a reunion was maybe going to happen, but there was, quote, drama.
One greedy bitch.
Tried to make a separate deal for a spin-off and derailed the whole
Blair?
fucking thing.
Blair?
So all
She
she
won't
said
say.
is, it is who you think it is.
I
and
think it's
go
Blair.
check my followers on Instagram or who she follows.
Oh.
So there's only one girl from Facts of Life that she does not have a friendship on
And it's
Instagram
Blair?
with. No, I didn't go look. I need to go
Oh.
look. So there's a little, you guys can hunt for that on your own if you're interested. But yeah, I'm like, we could have had
I
a
did
Facts of Life
see-
reunion.
I did see a picture of Blair with the cousin Jerry.
Oh my God, I remember
That I'm not
Cousin
drunk,
Jerry.
or I don't have cerebral palsy. I'm drunk, or
Yes,
I'm not drunk.
or
I have
one-
cerebral palsy.
yes,
or
one
whatever
or
it was.
the
But yeah,
other.
it was a recent-ish picture of Blair and cousin Jerry.
Oh, how funny.
So I don't know. Maybe it wasn't her. Like that's what I was saying. Like Joe from the top ropes. Like you never would have.
Yeah, 'cause
but
I
she
saw-
said if that's
if she
says-
said it's the one you think it is,
I think
immediately
it's
I
Blair.
think Lisa Welchel.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
yeah.
And there was but then I saw a picture of her and Kim Fields, and why am I forgetting Joe's real name?
It's Joe.
Joe. But then I saw another picture of just her and Lisa Welchel,
Oh.
like a current. And
It's
so I'm like,
Mrs. G
it's
from Beyond the
Grave,
Grave.
that greedy bitch.
That's what the G stands for. Greedy bitch.
Oh
That's
my
what it
God.
stands for. But yeah, no. Immediately, that's who I thought. I thought Blair.
Yeah. So I don't
Because
know.
I
I
don't know
didn't
if you're
go and
talking, like-
check her mutuals. I don't know how many fucking
Her
followers she
mutuals?
has. I'm not going through 100,000
Seriously.
people or whatever.
Like, can you just? I don't know what the fuck is her name? Joe.
I know. Why am I totally? And she was my favorite.
Nancy McKeon.
There you go,
I didn't even
Nancy
have to look it
McKeon.
up. I fucking looked at my phone. It was all bing.
Yep,
it
yep,
came up in the
yep.
Rolodex.
I was trying to look through.
Is
so-
she a McKeon?
Oh, that would be weird to never have known.
Right?
She's
Just
like
to find
Michael
that out?
McKeon's niece or something.
I don't know if it's spelled the same. I think it might not be.
Oh, here's a random thing that I saved in
What?
screenshots that was a late night find on the internet. So somebody referred in a video, they said the word mogging. I didn't know what that was. And I thought, ooh, is it sexual? What is it?
Sounds like, yeah.
So I looked it up. So here's a new thing for all of you Gen X or millennials out there. Mogging refers to being more physically attractive than others. And just wait for this. And is part of the trend of looks maxing,
What?
which focuses on improving one's appearance. So looks maxing. So sprucing yourself up.
It's just
You're in there
they came
looks
up with a
maxing?
stupid word. For
You in there
fucking-
mogging?
I guess.
But I
guess.
just thought that was the weirdest. So it like, so if
Looks
you're hot,
maxing.
you're mogging, and when you're making yourself hot, you're looks maxing.
I'm okay. Sure.
It says it involves various factors such as height, jawline, chin, hair, voice, fashion, and overall dominance.
Oh, so if I just fucking start humping your head,
You're mogging. Girl.
I'm mogging
You're
your
mogging.
face right now.
And I was trying to look through because when we did our live, the chat froze, and we thought nobody was saying anything at the
I
end.
know, like they were like, "Fine, fuck you,"
because we were like, "Oh, this is going to be the last one for a while," and then we
Yeah.
didn't see any comments, so we
no,
signed
we're like,
off.
all right, well, bye.
But there were a bunch. But I'm
There
trying to
were.
think if any of them are like something that you can talk about without explaining the whole why
I
we
know.
were talking about that. Yeah, no, they were
Yeah.
all kind of just applied to exactly. what was happening in the
Yeah.
chat. But if you were in there, sorry about that.
Finding out about Christian Slater.
Oh,
Okay, that was what brought it up. There's going to be a Dexter prequel. Dexter Morgan, whatever, the
like
kindly
he's a
serial
teenager
killer,
or adolescent
right?
or
Ever,
something.
yeah. And Christian Slater is going to play Harry,
The dad.
his dad that teaches him how to be an effective serial killer. But
One of our listeners, Zach, sent me a message earlier, and we were talking about unrelated things. Like something came up about Heathers or something.
yeah.
And he brought up how Christian Slater is a woman,
He's a bad man,
a woman beater, and a homophobe. Which I don't know where the homophobe.
I didn't see any of that, but yeah,
But
I
Tessa
did see
looked
that
it
he
up
was,
because we were like, what?
Convicted in '97 of punching his girlfriend, and that was the only
But
thing.
while
I saw,
high
but,
on
like,
what was it?
heroin, cocaine, and alcohol.
alcohol.
So what is it? What do they call that? Is that a speedball?
Oh, I don't know.
Is that the thing that kills everybody? They have a speedball. It's like heroin and cocaine.
And was
like
there-
I feel like one's enough.
Was there anything more current? You said there
No,
was a few
I saw
charges.
there was a
so it
gun
was all
charge
90s
in
stuff.
'94, and in '97 it was that.
I mean, I'm not saying it's okay to
Oh,
punch a
and by
girl
the
when
way,
you're super high, but
Michael McKean, Nancy McKean,
not
spelled
related.
differently.
Spelled differently.
Mhm.
Okay.
What has he done?
So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I
if
don't know.
Christian Slater is a bad man.
I don't know, but he at least was convicted. Like he was convicted. That's not a
Maybe
rumor.
he's reformed. Maybe now that he's
Maybe he
sober,
might be. He's
never
old.
hit a woman since. I don't know. I don't know
have
his
no
life.
idea.
But we never put it past anybody.
No, we really don't. He got married in 2013. They have a daughter. He had a kid in 2019.
Oh wow.
He practices Kempo karate
Oh my.
and divides his time between Coconut Grove in Miami and Hell's Kitchen, Manhattan.
Okie dokie.
Oh, legal issues.
Oh.
Nope.
Well,
Wait, nope,
anything
wait.
current?
94, 97, 2005. 2005, he was arrested in Manhattan after allegedly groping a woman on the street.
What?
He was charged with third-degree sexual abuse.
Oh.
The charges were later dropped due to a lack of evidence on the condition that he kept out of trouble for only 6 months. Month 7,
Wow.
go out there and grab yourself a titty.
So yeah, I'm not sure where the homophobe thing came from. If
I don't
that's
know,
another
yeah. I'm not
separate
sure about
thing,
that.
but
I'm not
that's
sure about that.
Just,
I don't
just
know.
so you
but
know, just
apparently,
it's a Google
he
search
can't
away.
keep his goddamn hands to himself.
And that pretty
On
much
that note,
brings us up to a good place to stop because that's all I got to talk about.
sure, I didn't got nothing new.
So until next week.
We'll talk at you next time.
Later,
Doomers.